What's up world, Vladi B here with another educational video on money and how to make that precious money. So much money is going around, but not enough of that money is going into our pockets. So how do you pocket more money these days? According to Robert Kiyosaki and other experts in the money business, people that have financial education, people that are successful in this world, with this economy, in this capitalism world that we are living in, and capitalism is spreading like wildfire across the whole world. Now, according to the research, the only way to start making money from scratch is to get a job. That's a no-brainer. How are you going to get money? Unless you have a donation somehow, unless you have that natural talent of raising capital by bringing in investors from all over the place, you will have to figure out somehow on your own how to make that money. The first initial little bit of money that later on you will be able to do something with that money. So inevitably, if you're in your 20s, you have to get some type of a job in the beginning to get you going. And then when you get a little bit of money, you have capital that you'll be able to do something with that capital. For example, you can start investing into the stock market, into the crypto market, or something bigger. If you're starting with a little bit of capital, the best way is of course to invest into stocks, into bonds, into index funds and things like this, because this is the fastest way that you can grow your money. So for example, if you have saved up a couple $1,000s and then you invest that couple of thousand into the stock market or the crypto market, and you ended up guessing the right company or the right token, the right coin to invest into, and it doubles and triples your money, right? Instead of $2,000, now you have $4,000 or $6,000. And that's how you grow it. Slowly but surely you grow it. And of course, you add more every time you get more income, you add more into it. And this is how you slowly but surely start building your capital until eventually you're gonna get enough saved up for a significant down payment on a nice investment property. Now, I think that for you to be successful, the best thing to do is when you buy a house, think about a house as an investment property. Because if you're living in a house, it's your liability. It's a huge liability too, because it's one of the most expensive bills you'll have in your entire life. And if you're living in that house on your own and it's not generating you any income unless you're working from home and it's your office at the same time, then it's all a liability. But what happens when you turn that house into investment property? What happens then is it starts to generate more income for you. And on top of your other money that's coming in, you also have money coming in from that house. And even if it's not enough to generate actual income that you can spend, it can at least help you with paying that mortgage that you are paying for monthly. So for example, if your mortgage is average these days $2,000, $2,500, and you can rent a section of the house for $2,000 to $3,000 a month, well, that alone will cover your mortgage. So you're basically living rent-free. This is exactly how people are living rent-free, by converting their house, their liability, into an asset class, by being comfortable, by being open-minded to allow other people to live in that house, of course, for a fee. And that fee is the rent that you're going to be collecting. And this, in my opinion, is the best and the surest way to financial freedom, because the first house you get pays itself off by collecting that rent. Very soon, very quickly, you will be able to either save up for another down payment or take equity from that house and buy another one, which you can now rent out as well. Of course, people will tell you,
no, it's a terrible idea. You have all those terrible tenants out there that you won't be able to kick out. They will ruin your house. They'll destroy your house.
That's true. It can happen. It's a risk, like any business has risk. In my business for air conditioning, there's a lot of recalls, a lot of warranty calls that you have to be responsible for, because you're giving people that warranty. And we do that. We stand behind our word, and it comes out of pocket, of course. In the initial quote that you give, you have to allocate for those warranty calls and recalls. And the same thing happens with your rental property. You have to always make sure that whatever money you're making on your rental property, you're putting it aside. It's not you're spending money, it's money you're putting aside, because nobody's safe from something happening. Nobody's safe from your air conditioning going out, your water heater going out, and sometimes you may end up getting a bad tenant that destroys the house, and now you have to put that money into renovating it so that you can hopefully rent it out, learn from your mistakes, and rent it out to someone better who is not going to destroy it. But most important is you have to, from the very beginning, be very selective with who you're letting into your house. Some people like to rent out to students, other people like to rent out to people that are retired, and some just don't care who they rent out to. But always keep in mind that a tenant is also a liability, because tenants never take care of your property. So if you are a property manager, your own property manager, you have to make sure that you're on top of things. You follow up, you give them a call, you visit them once in a while to make sure that everything is good. And this is part of the business. But this is definitely a sure way to becoming financially independent. Thank you for watching. Leave some comments below on how you became financially independent. Also, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in another video real soon.